it's been a minute since I've covered the Bills. I'm getting back to it. I wanted to do it last year. Just didn't have the juice. So many different things that were going on, learning how to do the tech side. But this year, I'm serious. So I'm going to kick it off with the Bills. Used to cover the Bills all the time among many other teams. Kind of dropped it off the last year and a half, and I miss it. I miss hearing from the fan bases of other teams because I learn more about their teams, I learn more about football, and I understand my team better. And there's some really great people I've met in all different fan bases. You might be surprised, even among the Patriots fans. So I'm going to cover the Bills here today with their preseason game against the Giants, what I saw, what I felt, really kind of only going over the first two quarters because reality is most of the guys in the second half, they're not playing major parts this year, and that's really what I want to focus on. And it gets really hard to evaluate the second and third quarter because the talent levels are all different all over the place. You're getting third and fourth string is really hard to analyze unless it's your own team. But I want to get into those first two quarters and kind of give Bills fans and Dolphins fans and whoever my evaluation of what I'm seeing from the Bills so far. Savvy, comprendez-vous. Please like, subscribe, comment, and view. That's how Curtis stays in the biz. It's feeding them algorithm gods, keeps my sponsors happy. So if you can help me out with that, it would be awesome. So, look, Josh Allen wasn't in. You could see, obviously, with this offense, how diminished it is. But you could also feel, at least I could, a difference on the team. He is such a huge piece as a personality, as a leader, and as a player. But I dare say that Cook being out, I felt another huge piece pulled out. And even if Allen was in there, I think the Bills are in a little sticky place with Cook because he brings such a huge element of the big play and taking the attention off Allen. Why your backups had a good day, it's just not the same. They're more like the little engines that could, and they do some really good work, but Cook is so far above them. And so missing Cook, missing Allen, it's really hard to evaluate the offense. But even if you added Allen, I don't know what you're going to do with Cook, is how long he's going to hold out, and what are you going to do next year? I guess the draft could help you next year, but this year is going to be very sticky. So, obviously, your backup quarterback was in. Trubisky's he's a real backup quarterback. And, he kind of caught a little bit of action in that second quarter. But when he was going against really the starters, he looked very, very not good enough. Obviously, he's the backup. He's not going to be close to Allen. But I think that, you never know. Allen might have to leave for a game or two or a couple of plays or whatever. You need someone better than Trubisky. He just doesn't float my boat. You're praying, you guys are, that Allen's in all season, and the guy's ultra healthy. But, man, Trubisky, really, if you really needed him for a drive, I just don't feel it. Looks like he's kind of stepped down. You got Mike White, didn't really see him play. Some Bills fans are down on him because of what he was with us. But our system is so based on the quick throw. Mike White doesn't really work well, and I think he'll work better in your system. Not saying he's good enough, but, man, he does feel a little bit better than Trubisky, but you never know. So the offensive line is your thing. They've been together. Very few reps missed. There was some hiccups here. Edwards, I saw, missed some pressure on the left. I thought Torrance was not in top form. Brown got bullied a little time. He had some back problems. Overall, we know this offensive line is going to kick in. Now, I saw Lunt, 6'8", 305 come in. I was a little intrigued to see how he played. He let guys get into him, into his chest right away, and he got bullied back. But then I saw a later rep, maybe a couple plays later, which I didn't like those reps, and he got his hands in front of him. He's a very intriguing player for you. I think he needs to add about 15 pounds. But so it didn't look good early. You guys definitely need depth. Deion Dawkins is not going to be here forever. Not saying he's Deion Dawkins, but you can't expect this offensive line to continue to be ultra healthy. I think he offers a little potential, but I would say certainly next year, not this year. So overall, the Khalil Shakir's got the high ankle sprain, but for Dolphins fans, Shavers, my man Tommy from Mafia Sports Report's been talking about him for a while, had a very good day, and it looks like he could be a surprise for Bills fans. 6'6", 210. He had a nice catch over the middle, and then he had a big play, was thrown a little behind, could have been a touchdown. I think Shavers is a little surprise player for you. I do think he's going to make the roster this year. The receivers, they showed a little bit. I didn't see much pop. I don't think Shakir was in today. Didn't see much from Coleman. I'm expecting more from him. I think, even Tommy from Mafia Sports is talking about if you don't see some big pop from this year, it could start trending towards bust. But Shavers look good. Obviously, without Allen, it's really, really hard to judge. So that was really the offense. On defense, I think, we know the offense. When you add Cook and you add Allen, it's going to step up. It's going to be the big piece, the big pieces, and it's going to be the side of the ball that carries you. But last year, the defense was a problem. Tre'Davious White came back for you guys. Didn't have a great day, but didn't really see a lot of them. Dane Jackson gave up the long touchdown towards close to the end of the second half. Tyron Johnson had a good game. I saw him. He had some good plays, but I think he's the one who got hurt. You guys have been struggling with injuries in your secondary. But overall, the secondary didn't look too bad. The front, I thought, looked pretty good. I saw the nice play by the rookie. Nice play by Deion Walker. He did the swim move. It was a block pass, a hit. He had a decent day. He had 4 pass rushes, and 2 of them turned out to be good. The guy he beat, the guard, is in his second year, not very good. Still good to see. I'm not so high on him, but Bean is, and I see the potential, and this does show a little bit. I saw Dwayne Carter in. He was a rookie for you guys last year. He looked like he's got a little bit a green knocked off. He looked okay. Bosa had a nice play or two. One guy, though, Landon Jackson, was a guy I told Tommy that I really think you guys would work well for you. I wanted him. Landon Jackson. Landon Jackson didn't kind of give me the excitement that I had hoped. He looked a little unathletic, was on the ground once or twice. Didn't see the hustle. I know he's been digged. I think he's going to do better, but I really didn't see the pop that I wanted. And then there was Joe Andressen. I don't know. He had a pretty good game. I didn't even know who he was. I had to do some checking afterwards. He's a young guy. Looks like a UDFA, 6'1", 232. I kept getting him confused with Milano. He was all over the place. I liked what I saw from him. He had a pretty darn good day. Ended up with 3 tackles, 1 assist, 2 stops. Not a bad day. This kid could be a little something for you guys. Also, Michael Holt was having a darn good game for you, and then he got pinched inside. The running back beat him to the edge, and he missed the tackle on that, and it became a big run. Another guy, number 33, I think, missed the tackle too. He looks like he could be a pretty good player for you as a depth play along with Espinosa, next to Rousseau, and then Landon Jackson. The defense looked pretty good, although there was some missed tackles. You did get 1 touchdown beat deep. And I even thought there was some completed over the middle, and it was Russ Wilson and Dart kind of doing some work. But you guys, you're not calling game plans, and it's the first game. I don't think it said anything negative about your defense yet. It'll be very interesting to see this next game. Overall, though, that as long as Allen's healthy and you can keep cooking here and your offensive line can be mostly healthy, you guys are going to do a great job on offense. The defense is going to be reasonable at least. I do think that you need, with the loss of Hairston, you need White to step up a little bit. He's going to be a number 2 corner. So this defense, again, is going to play out big. But nothing really terrible. There was no major injuries, thankful for you guys. There was no real glaring flaws, because you can't really judge without Allen and Cook. But man, you need Cook. I don't know what Bean's going to do, but he cannot let him walk. He's got to cook something up to keep him on the team. But overall, there was some nice little blips by some of your rookies and some of your young guys. Some guys that are young returning. Shavers, I think, will play out big for you. But it will be interesting to see how it plays out for the season. My Dolphins are coming for you. Hopefully. Anyway, just a little something here for Dolphins fans, and get in touch with my Bills fans again. Curtis saying, be well, go Fins. Curtis out. Start building your own online sports book today by getting signed up with aceperhead.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.